How's your day? I hope students your day is nice and you are studying well. Students, in the previous session, we have seen certain topics regarding the lesson number 11, time and motion. Okay? So, there are certain topics which are remain from the lesson number 11. So, in this today's session, we are going to see these topics. Okay, students? So students, what we have learned in the previous session? We have learned in the previous session about the speed, how the body is slow or fast or any kind of object is slow or fast. Also, how a graph is represented. So students, there are certain questions regarding the graph. Okay. So some students ask me, can I write this graph in our activity book? See students, this is not the part of your practical. Okay, so don't write or don't draw this graph on the science activity book. Okay students, so in today's session we are going to see the first topic, that is unit of time measurement. See students, all of you know that the SI unit of time measurement is second. Okay, this also we have seen in the previous session. The SI unit of time is second, but second is a smaller unit of time. So rather than second, there are larger unit of time also. What are those? Minutes and hours. Okay, so these two are the larger unit of time. So, see students, you also know that 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. 1 minute possesses 60 seconds. So, see over here, 60 second means 1 minute. In 1 hour, there are 60 minutes. Okay, in whole day means in one day there are about 24 hours. Just like one day, in 1 month, how many days are there in 1 month? 30 days. Okay students, how many days are there? 30 days. And in 1 year, how many days are there? 365 days. In 1 year, there are 365 days. So students, again I repeat, here we are going to learn about the unit of time measurement. Okay, so you all of you know that from the previous session, as we have seen over there, the SI unit of time is second, but second is a very smaller unit of time. So rather than this unit, the time has also another units which are larger, which are those minutes and hours. Okay students. So in general, you also know that in 1 minute there are total 60 seconds. Okay, in 1 hour there are total 60 minutes. In total 1 day, how many hours are there in 1 day? 24 hours. And just like this, in 1 month, how many days are there? In 1 month, 30 days. Exceptional is the February. Okay students. So just like these days, month, so in 1 year, there are total 365 days. Okay students. So this is all about the general information regarding the time. But students, rather than these units, there are also some units which are really very smaller than second. As I have said you that second is the smallest unit of time. But there are also certain units which are smaller than this second also. So which are really very small. So if we want to express these very small units, so how you can express these units? This is shown over here. See students, here 1 millisecond. 1 millisecond means it is very small than second. So 1 millisecond is right in this fashion. See over here, 0.001 second. 1 millisecond means 0.001 second. So how we can write this? See students, which is equal to 10 raised to minus 3 second. How? See, count here. How many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3. So it is 10 raised to minus 3. So here you should write 3. Okay, at the top of this 10. So first we have to count how many types of zeros are there, and afterwards you can write as shown in this case. Okay students, just like this 1 microsecond. So from the 1 millisecond, instead of 1 millisecond there are also certain units which are really very small as compared to this millisecond also. So 1 microsecond is equal to 0.00001 second. Okay students, so how we can write? See how many zeros are there? First count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 zeros. So we can write in the fashion that 10 raised to minus 6. As these zeros are first of that 1, okay, so we can write it in the 10 raised to minus 6 seconds. Okay students, just like this, if there is nanosecond, nanosecond is also smaller than microsecond. So how it is? See student, 0.000000001. That means how many zeros are there? See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Total 9 zeros are there. So you can write over here in this fashion like 10 raised to minus 9 second. Okay students, so these are very smaller units than the second. Okay, so we can use these following units in this fashion. So just like days, weeks, months, years, they are also denoted in the fashion that means AM and PM, which is expressed in different ways. Okay, so student, here is example which is regarding to these scales. So first we can solve this example. Now we will solve this example. See over here. What is this example? First read carefully. How many minutes and seconds are there in one day? In one day, how many minutes as well as seconds are there? So students, as here mention is one day. One day is mentioned. So here what we write, one day means we all of you know that 24 hours. Okay, and in 1 hour there are total 60 minutes. So we have to calculate how many minutes as well as seconds. So first we can convert these 24 hours into minutes and then seconds. Okay, so students, we all know that one day is equal to 24 hours. There are 24 hours in whole one day. And in 1 hour there are 60 minutes. There are 60 minutes. So for converting these 24 hours in minute, what we do? We can multiply these 24 hours. As we know that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So 24 hours means 24 hour into 60. We get 1440 minutes for the 24 hours. As for 1 hour 60 minutes, so 24 hours multiplied by 60, we get for 24 hours. How many minutes are there? 1440 minutes are there. So in total one day, how many minutes are there? In total one day, 1440 minutes are there. So from minutes, we can also calculate seconds. As all of you know that 1 minute is referred as 60 seconds. How many seconds are there in 1 minute? In 1 minute there are 60 seconds. So for 1404 minutes, what we will do? We can multiply this 60 second into 1440. Then we will get the seconds. What are the seconds? 86,400 seconds. Okay. So in one day total 86,400 seconds are there. Okay students, 8,6400 seconds are there in one day. Okay students, got it? What we have done over here, we first convert how many hours are there in one day. Okay, so for 1 hour, how many minutes are there? So accordingly, we can multiply this 24 into 60 minutes. Then we will get 1440 minutes. Then in one day, we will get 1440 minutes are there. So after that, what we will do? In 1 minute, how many seconds are there? 60. So for 1 minute 60 seconds. So for 1440 minutes, how many seconds are there? We multiply it by 60. Then we will get 8,6400. Okay, seconds here. So in one day 8,6400 seconds are there. So in this way we can also convert how many minutes and seconds in, we can also calculate how many minutes and seconds are in one day. Okay students, now we will proceed for the next one. This we have already seen in the previous session, how slow and fast motion is there. We will just recall over here from your textbook. See students, a body is said to be in motion when it changes its position from one place to another. All of you know that whenever any kind of body moves from one place to another, we can say that that body is said to be in a motion. Okay? Why we can say that? Because it is moved. Okay? It is moved from one place to another. Now, we know that a moving body needs certain time to change its position between any two given points. Whenever any kind of body has to go from one place to another place, at that time, for movement or for the motion or for moving from one place to another place, that car or that body requires certain times. Just like whenever you come from your home to our school, at that time there requires some time. Okay, you can move from your home to our school. Okay students, so movement is there, but in that motion what is necessary? Time, because the time is there for reaching to you a school. Okay students, so suppose you take 5 minutes to cross your school's playground. Okay, and your friend takes only 3 minutes to cross the same. Okay, suppose your friend takes only 3 minutes and you require 5 minutes for crossing that playground. So what we can say from this activity? We can say that depending upon the time taken to cover the given distance, we can classify motions of different bodies as fast or slow. Means depending upon the time taken to cover that distance, how many time is taken by anybody to cover this distance, we can say that depending upon that time, we can say that that body is in fast or body is in slow. Okay, see students, here one example is given over here in your textbook. See, in this case your friend moves faster than you because why? Because it takes really less time, okay, for crossing over the your school's playground. Here it is the another example. See, Shatabdi Express takes 6 hours to reach Varanasi from Delhi. Means there is a Shatabdi Express railway which want to reach from Varanasi to Delhi, but for reaching to Delhi this express has take 6 hours. How many hours? 6 hours are there. So while an aeroplane, same distance is there, but while an aeroplane takes only 1 hour to cover the same distance. Okay students, distance is same, but in how many times you can cover this distance, it really matters while classifying whether that body is slow or that whether that body possesses fast motion or a slow motion. Okay students, so we can say that from this activity or from this example we can say that the Shatabdi Express is slower than aeroplane because Shatabdi Express takes 6 hours to reach from Varanasi to reach to the Varanasi from Delhi. Okay students, and the same distance is taken by aeroplane in only 1 hour. So in this case we can say that aeroplane has the faster motion than that of Varanasi, Shatabdi Express. Okay students, so the motion of a body with respect to another body, whenever we compare any two kind of body, any two kind of motion, objects, at that time the motion of body with respect to another body depends upon these two things. What are these two things? See over here, first is the distance covered by the bodies. See, whenever we compare two things with respect to time, what we see over there, we can see over there how many distance is covered by these two bodies, and how many or how much time is taken to cover that distance. So here distance and the time, these two things are important while giving the while giving any kind of body, whether it is a fast or slow. Okay students, so this is all about the fast and slow motion. Okay, now here are students, there are certain examples which are remain in the previous session. So in previous session we have already learned about the speed. What do you mean by the speed and what is the formula for the speed? See students, here I again recall the formula for the speed is distance upon time. Okay, distance upon time. See over here which is in green color. It is the formula for the speed. Okay, so we can solve here one example which is of speed, which is depending upon this calculation of speed. Okay students, so here we can use the how this formula is used. See, sorry students, here we can solve the example by using this formula. See students, what is example over here? Vijay goes to school by car. See students, step by step, silently just read this question only and then think about it. Okay, what is the example here? Vijay goes to school by car and it takes 30 minutes to reach his school. Okay, students. How many times it take? 30 minutes to reach to his school by car. The odometer of the car shows that it has traveled a 30-kilometer distance. Okay, students, what is odometer? Yes, we have seen in the previous session how odometer shows the how many distance it's traveled by body or any car, that is shown by odometer. Okay, and how much speed is the speed of that vehicle, it is shown by the speedometer. Speed is shown by the speedometer, and how much distance it's traveled is shown by the odometer. Odometer is present in that speedometer. Okay, students. So the odometer of the car shows it has traveled a 30-kilometer distance. Okay, so odometer shows that from his home, from Vijay's home to school, the distance is 30 kilometer and it takes time of 30 minutes to reach his school. So we have to calculate the speed of the car over here. Means here we have given distance as well as time. But we don't know in how much speed their car should run. Their car was run. How much speed their car was run. Whether that car was very fast, whether that car was very slow or in the uniform motion, that we doesn't know. Here we only know that the 30-kilometer distance is covered by the Vijay by his car in 30 minutes. So how much is the speed? This we have to calculate. See students, here distance is given. So first we can write over here distance traveled is 30 kilometer. What we write here? Distance traveled 30 kilometer, which is given in our example. What is time taken to reach the school? 30 minutes. This is also given. So students, here we convert these 30 minutes into the hours, because we here given a distance in kilometer. Okay, so the formula, so the unit for the speed is kilometer per hour. Okay students, if there is meter, then we can convert it into second, because meter per second, it is also the unit of speed. Okay students, but here what we have given over here, we have given the distance traveled in kilometer, so we can convert our time in hours. We can cover our time in the hours. So see over here, time taken is in minutes. So 30 minutes are there. So we have to convert these 30 minutes into the hours. So how we can convert it? See students, all of you know that 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. This you know that. Also 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Okay, in 1 hour, how many minutes are there? 60 minutes. So in half hour, how many minutes are there? 30 minutes. Okay students, in 1 minute there are in 1 hour there are 60 minutes. Okay, in 1 hour there are 60 minutes. So in half hour, how many minutes are there? How many? Point. Again students, I repeat, see over here, in 1 hour 60 minutes are there. So in half hour, how many minutes are there? 30 minutes are there. So just like this 30 minutes is equal to half hour, because 60 minutes is equal to 1 hour. So we can divide this, means 30 minutes are equal to 0.5 hours, means half hour. Okay students, so we can put this value into this formula. Speed is equal to distance upon time. Here distance is 30, which is divided by 0.5. Here we get the answer is 60, which is in kilometer and per hour. 60 kilometer per hour. So the speed of car is 60 kilometer per hour. 60 kilometer per hour. Okay students, this is all about, means in 1 hour it is covered 60 kilometers. This is all about how to calculate the speed of the car. Okay, now the next example. See students, next example is this. A man takes a flight from Delhi at 9 a.m. Okay, students, please don't see this slide. This is additional slide. Here I make one more slide for this. Okay students, so see over here. Again, the another example is for calculating the speed of any object or any vehicle. So here, see students, this example is little bit complicated. Here conversions are there. So you please students, all of you, please concentrate over here. We can go step by step and please understand what I have told you, what I want to tell you that. Okay students, first we can only read this example. Okay, a man takes a flight from Delhi. A man is there who take a flight from Delhi at 9 a.m. and reaches Mumbai at 11:40 a.m. See students, again I repeat. This man goes from Delhi to Mumbai. From Delhi to Mumbai means here he takes how many times? From 9 a.m. to 11:40 a.m. Okay, he takes flight at 9 a.m. and when it reached at 11:40 a.m. means how much time is there from 9 a.m. to 11:40 a.m.? There are 2 hours 40 minutes are there. Okay, so it takes time to reach to the Mumbai 2 hours 40 minutes. Okay, 9, 10, 11 and 40 minutes means 2 hours 40 minutes are there, which require a man to reach into the Mumbai by flight. See students, the distance between Delhi and Mumbai is 1920 kilometer. 1920 kilometer is the distance. How many distance is there? 1920 kilometer distance is there between Delhi and Mumbai. So how much was the speed of that plane? This we have to calculate. We have to calculate how much speed, means whether it is fast or whether it is slow and how much it is. So we have to calculate the speed of the plane in meter per second as well as kilometer per hour units. Means first we have to calculate the speed of plane in both the units, meter per second as well as kilometer per hours. So what we do over here, see students, while solving this example, first you have to write what is given in this example. Okay students, what is given in this example is, see, distance between Delhi and Mumbai. What we have given here? Distance. What is that distance? 1920 kilometer is the distance between Delhi and Mumbai. Okay. As this distance is in kilometer. Okay. This distance is in kilometer. We have to convert it into meter because we have to calculate the speed of plane in meter per second. Okay students, in meter per second. So all of you know that 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. 1 kilometer means 1000 meter. So from that we can say that for 1920 kilometer, what is this? 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. So 1920 kilometer is equal to, what you have to do? You have to multiply by the 1000. So you can convert this kilometer into the meter. Okay. So after multiplying 1000, we get the answer in meter, that is, see over here students, 19,20,000 meter is the answer. Also, this is all about the distance. Also, what we have given over here in our example, time. See students, what is that time? From 9 am to 11:40 means how much time is there? 2 hours 40 minutes. Okay, 9, 10, 11, 2 hours 40 minutes. So total time taken is 2 hours 40 minutes. But we have to give answer in meter per second, means this here what we have given in the hours and minutes. So we have to first it convert into the seconds. First we have to convert it into the second. See students over here, we have to convert these 2 hours into the seconds and 40 minutes into also second. What we done, what we will do over here, all of you know that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Okay students, all of you know that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So for 2 hours, how many minutes are there? 2 into 60 minutes. Okay. And also we know that for 1 minute there are 60 seconds. For 1 minute there are 60 seconds. Okay. So what we will do over here, see students, 2 hours are there. Okay. 2 hours are there. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So we can see, we can multiply this 60 into this 2 hour. Okay. 2 into 60 plus this 40 minutes. What we will get? 160 minutes. We will get 160 minutes. But we know that 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So we can multiply this 160 into 60. We can multiply this 160 into 60. Okay students, got it? So what we will the answer? 160 into 60. Yes students, anybody? 160 into 60, what we will get the answer? 9,600. What we will get the answer? 9,600 seconds. Okay students. So this is the time, total flight time, that is 9,600. Okay. So student, here I given you how to convert meter per second into kilometer per hours. Okay. Suppose you have 1 meter. 1 meter means 1 upon 1000 kilometer. 1 meter means 1 upon 1000 kilometer. Okay. and 1 second means 1 upon 60 minutes. 1 second means 1 upon 60 minutes. So from that what we will get? 1 hour means, see over here, 1 upon 3600 hours. Okay, so the speed of plane is, see students over here, the speed of plane is 2 meter per second, 200 meter per second. How? See, the formula for the speed is speed of plane, which is equal to total air distance upon total time of flight. As we know that the formula for the speed is, what is the formula for the speed? See students over here, distance upon time. Okay, so this formula we use over here, distance upon time means the speed of the plane, which is equal to total air distance upon total time of flight. So what is total air distance? Here we have calculated, see over here. Okay, this is our 19 lakh 20,000 is our total air distance, and total time of flight, what we will get? 160 into 60, we will get 9600. So by dividing this we get 200 meter per second is our answer. Okay, by dividing what we get? 200 meter per second. It is the speed of plane. But what we have given in our example, we have to calculate this speed in kilometer per hour also. Here we calculate the speed in 200 meter per second. Okay, but we have to again we have to also give the answer in kilometer per hour. So what we will do, we convert this meter per second into kilometer per second. How we can convert? See students over here. How we can convert this? See, 1 meter means 1 upon 1000 kilometers. 1 meter means 1 upon 1000 kilometers, while 1 second means 1 upon 60 minutes. 1 upon 60 minutes. Okay students, so just like we will get 1 upon 3600 hours. 1 upon 3600 hours. Okay, because in 1 minute how many, in 1 hour how many minutes are there? 60 minutes are there. But here we have given 2 hours. So 60 into 60 we get 3600 hours. Okay. So the speed of the plane is 200 meter per second, which is our answer. So we can convert this into kilometer per hour. So students, how? 200 is as it is meter per second. Meter means 1 meter. What is there for 1 meter? 1 upon 1000 kilometers. So for meter here we put value 1 upon 1000 kilometer, and for second we put here value 36,000. Here it is for hours, we can take reciprocal of it, 3600 upon 1, which is in hour. Okay students, so after multiplying this, what we will get? We get answer 720 kilometer per hour. So we get the answer in kilometer per hour also and in meter per second also. Okay students, got it this example? I know that it is little bit complicated for you, but whenever you go through step by step of this example, then you will clear each and every step. First, what you have to convert? You have to convert this kilometer into the meter. Before that, what you have to write? You have to write what you have given in this example. You have given in this example is the distance. So first write about this distance. What is distance given over here? Okay, as that distance is in kilometer and we have to calculate our answer in meter per second. So what we do? We can convert that kilometer into the meter. But in what way? We know that 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. Okay, so for 1 kilometer 1000 meter, so 1920 kilometer, how much meters? So we can multiply by 1000. Whenever we have to convert kilometer into the meter, so we have to multiply to that value. So here we multiply 1920 into 1000. So we will get this answer 19,20,000 meter. Also, what we have given 2 hours 20 minutes time. So we have to convert these hours into the minutes and minutes into the second. So we get the time in minutes, seconds. Okay. So first what we will do? We know that here what we have given 2 hours. So we can start from the 1 hour. We know that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Here what we have given 40 minutes. So we can also first take what is 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So what we will do? We know that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. We can multiply this 2 into 60. Means how many? 120. So we will get answer in 120 minutes. So 120 minutes plus this 40 minutes. What are these? 160 minutes. Okay, so we get answer in 160 but minutes. So we have to convert these minutes into the second. So we know that 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Okay, so here we can multiply this 60 into 160. We know that 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So we can multiply 160 into the 60. Then we will get the answer, that is 9,600. Okay, in seconds. So from this what we have know that? We know that speed is equal to distance upon time. It is the formula. So we can put this value on that formula. First what we have calculate here? Here we calculate the Here we calculate this distance in meter, that is 19,20,000. So we put this into this formula 19,20,000. And what is the time which is in second? That is 9,600. So by dividing this we get our answer in meter per second, that is 200 meter per second. Okay students, now afterwards we can convert this meter per second into kilometer per hours by this way. Just like this, whenever we here think about 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter, just like here 2 hours are there. So we can thought 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Here are 40 minutes. So 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So just like this, you have to convert this meter per second into kilometer per hour. Means meter into the kilometer, second into the hour. So what you will do? First we can see over here 1 meter is equal to how much kilometer? So 1 meter is equal to 1 upon 1000 kilometer. 1 upon 1000 kilometer. Okay. So we can put this value over here 200 meter per second. So we can put this value 200 into meter. What we will get? 1 upon 1000 kilometers. So here we multiply 1 upon 1000 kilometer. But we have to also know that seconds. Okay. So how many? 1 second is equal to 1 upon 60 minutes. Okay. And 1 minute is equal to 1 upon 3600 hours. So what we will do over here? See students, what we will do over here, we can take reciprocal of it, 3600 upon 1. So by calculating this, we get 720 answer, which is in kilometer per hour. Okay students, so in this way we solve this example over here. Now we proceed to the next example. Next example is not as difficult or complicated. So see student, just go through this example, what is given over here. Mr. Gupta reaches his office in 1 hour 30 minutes from home. Okay, by driving his car. Here also Mr. Gupta goes to his office by a car from home in 1 hour 30 minutes. Okay, at the average speed. What is that speed? At the average speed of 50 kilometer per hour. Here, and how far, what we have to calculate, how far is his office from home. See students, whenever you don't know about any example, or whenever you have to solve any numeric example, numeric problems, at that time what you have to do, just read this example 2 or more times and find out what we have given and what we have to calculate from this example. So just like we take here this example, Mr. Gupta reaches his office in 1 hour 30 minutes. So here we have given a time, that is 1 hour 30 minutes. Okay, and at the average speed of 50 kilometer per hour. Here we have also given a speed. Here we have also given a speed. And how far is his office from home? Means we have to calculate the distance. Means we have to calculate the distance over here. Two things are given over here. What is time? 1 hour 30 minutes, while speed 50 kilometer per hour. See students, in this example, previous two examples, what we have calculate? We calculate speed. Again, we have seen one example. In this also, what we have calculate? Speed of the car. Okay, but in this example, what we have to calculate? We have given speed, we have given time, but we have to calculate distance. We have to calculate distance. So all of you know that the formula speed is equal to distance upon time. So accordingly you have to put this value in this formula and solve it. Okay, and solve it. Suppose, so what you have given, see over here. Total time taken to reach his office is 1 hour 30 minutes. Okay, 1 hour 30 minutes. So we can convert this, see over here student, into the hours. How? 1 hour means 60 minutes. Okay, here we have given these are 30 minutes. So 1 hour means 60 minutes. So we can multiply 1 into 60 plus this 30. We will get 90 minutes. Okay, we will get 90 minutes. But we will know that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So what we will do over here, we have to convert this into the hours. 90 divided by 60, what we will get? What we will get? 3 by 2 hours means 1.5 hours means 1.5 hour. Okay, this you can also know that 1 hour 30 minutes means 1 hour and half hour. Okay, means 1.5 hours. You also know that 1 hour 30 minutes means 1 hour 30 minutes means 1.5 hour. Okay, means 1.5 घंटा. Okay students, means 1.5 घंटा. If 1 hour 30 minutes, 1 घंटा and आधा घंटा means 1.5 घंटा. 1 hour 30 minutes, so 1.5 hours are there. Okay, and what is the speed of car? The speed of car is given over here 50 kilometer per hour. Okay, so we have to calculate the distance of its office from the home. So how we can calculate? We know that the formula for the speed is distance upon time. Okay, we know that the formula for the speed is distance upon time. We know the speed, we know that time. So for calculating this distance, what we will do? We can, here time is in the denominator. So this time we can take this time into the left hand side towards speed. So what will happen? Time into speed is equal to distance. So distance is calculated by time into speed. Time taken is 1.5 hours. Okay, 1.5 hours, and what is the speed? 50. So from that we can say that what we have given over here, 1.5 into 50 is equal to 75, which is in kilometer. So from this we also get the distance. Means, so how far is his office from the home? It is of 75 kilometers of distance from his office. Sorry, his office from home. Okay students, got it? Now the next topic is, see students, I know that these examples are little bit difficult to get, but whenever you go through the textbook and whenever you go through each and every step and read silently, then you will get each and every point. Okay students, so afterwards here we goes towards the next term, that is uniform motion. This is also I have already told you in the previous session, that means in the case of introduction of motion. Okay, and in the graphical representation also. So here I just revise this, what is uniform motion. See students, whenever a body that moves with a constant speed along a straight line throughout its journey is said to have uniform motion. So what do you mean by uniform motion? Whenever a body is moved in constant speed. Here constant speed is important student. Suppose one car goes from one point to second point, so but it goes in a constant speed, not as fast. At first not it is slow and then it is then it is gain the very more speed. This is not happen. Whenever any kind of body moves with constant speed along a straight line throughout its journey. So from their home, suppose you go to your school from your home by car, so at that time from your home to the school, the distance is covered with constant speed. Not sometimes your car becomes very fast and sometimes become car in some area where your car become very slow. This is not. So what is uniform motion? Whenever a body is moved with a constant speed along a straight line throughout its journey, it's said to have uniform motion. Okay students. So what is non-uniform motion? Non-uniform motion, see student, here given in your textbook also. See students, first here it is the example which is of uniform motion which is given in your textbook. See, if a train covers a distance of 100 km every hour, means in 1 hour this train covers 100 kilometers. its uniform speed is 100 km per hour. Thus, after 3 hours, the train will cover what is distance? 300 km as its speed is uniform. So, lifts in tall buildings and hotels have uniform motion. Okay, students, lifts also have the same speed. Sometimes it not happen that sometimes that lift perform the non-uniform perform the means that the speed of that lift is not same in some time, or in some time it is same. This is not happen. So lifts in tall buildings and hotels have uniform motion, means the speed is constant over there. So the escalator in metro stations and malls also have the uniform motion. The escalators in the metro station and also in the malls, these are also have the uniform motion, means the same speed is over there. The speed is same. Whenever the speed is constant throughout the work over there, that time we can say that that body or that object is said to be in the uniform motion. So what about non-uniform motion? Okay, this is the second type of motion, that is non-uniform motion. See students, over here it is the example and the definition. See, a body that moves with changing speed. A body that moves with changing speed along a straight line throughout its journey is said to have non-uniform motion. Means here the speed is not constant. Whenever you have to cover any kind of distance, in that case the speed is not constant, means at first it is really very slow. In the middle of the journey the speed of the car is really very more, means the non-uniform speed is there. Constant speed is not there. At that time we can say that that body is said to be have non-uniform motion. Okay students, so unequal distance it covers. So a body with non-uniform motion covers unequal distance in the same time interval. See over here one example is given. See students, if train covers 100 km in first hour of its journey. Suppose train covers 100 km of distance in first hour of its journey and 80 km in the second hour of its journey, then it is said to be moving at non-uniform speed. Means in first hour of journey it covers 80 km. In second hour of journey it covers how many? In first hour of journey it covers 100 kilometers. In second hour of journey it covers 80 kilometers. Means it covers different kilometers, means speed is different. In first hour it goes 100 km, in second hour it goes only 80 kilometers. So the speed is different. That's why we can say that it is moving with non-uniform speed. Speed is not uniform over there, same not there. So speed of train, buses, cars, aeroplanes keeps changing during their journey. As the traffic is there, then at that time, or as the speed breaker is there, the speed of the car becomes slow. Okay, and if there is no traffic, so the speed of the car becomes fast. So it depends. So students, whenever the body covers the distance with constant speed, has constant speed, so that body is said to be in the uniform motion, but the speed is not constant, then we can say that body is said to be in the non-uniform motion. So the buses, trains, cars, aeroplanes, in those cases the speed is constantly changing. So these bodies, means these examples, trains, buses, cars, aeroplanes, they have the non-uniform motion. Okay students, what you have to remember over here, only uniform motion means constant speed and non-uniform motion means not a constant speed. Okay students, so this is all about non-uniform motion. See students, just we have seen the graph in the previous session, but here I wanted to tell you that about the comparative, means what kind of graph shows the what kind of motion is there. Just we have seen in the previous session, if the graph is in straight line, then we can say that that body is said to be in the uniform motion. Okay students, so in the previous session what we will get, what we have get that graph is in a straight line. So whenever the graph is shows straight line, then we can, whenever graph shows the straight line, then we can say that that body is in uniform motion. But students, if suppose occurs that if you get the graph just like this in a straight line which is parallel to your x-axis, so at that time what we will say that, see students, if a body does not change its position with time, the distance time graph will be straight line. The distance time graph will be straight line. Whenever you got this straight line, from that you can say that this graph shows that the body does not change its position. Means suppose any body cannot change its position, it is at rest. At that time the graph which we will get is a straight line graph. Okay students, whenever body is in rest, then we will get the graph straight line, okay, which is parallel to the x-axis. Suppose you got this type of graph, you got the curved line graph, not a straight line graph, curved line graph. What you will say that when the graph is curved line, it shows that the body is undergoing non-uniform motion. Whenever we get the curved line graph, we can say that the motion of that body is non-uniform motion, because the speed is not constant over there. That's why we will get the curved line graph. Okay students, when you get the straight line graph, when you get this straight line graph, you can say that that body is in the uniform motion. And whenever the graph is just like this curve, then you can say that body is in non-uniform motion. Okay students, so this is all about the rest of the topic which is remain from this lesson, that is lesson number 11, time and motion. Okay students, so here we have also completed this chapter, lesson number 11, time and motion, by covering all these topics students. And also we have completed our first unit test syllabus. Okay students, here I again repeat what are the chapters which are come in the unit test are the lesson number 1, nutrition in plant, lesson number 2, nutrition in animal, lesson number 3, what is lesson number 3? Fiber to fabric, lesson number 4, heat, and the lesson number 11, motion and time. Okay, so these all the lessons will become in your unit test. So here we have completed our syllabus for the first unit test students. So if you have any query regarding this, so you can mail me or send me the message in the comment section, okay. So here is my mail ID, viicct@pratibhaintschool.org. You can send any query to this mail also students. So in today's session we have completed this topic. Also from the next session we are going to perform the practicals as well as I will dictate you the notes of each and every chapter. Okay students, So from the next session, what you have to do, you have to just keep your notebook, 200 pages notebook at CW with you, with your pen, pencil, whatever the material, and with your textbook also. Okay students, and also I will send the notes through Prism also. So students, don't worry, don't take more tension, be relaxed and do your study really very hard. Go through our previous videos and correlate that videos with our textbook. Go through that concepts, okay students, and I also give you the notes. So accordingly prepare your studies, prepare yourself. Okay students, thank you.